The janitor who became a CEO. You know, success stories don't always start big. Sometimes they start with a broom in hand and dirty floors to clean. That's where James's journey began. He wasn't born rich. He didn't have some college degree hanging on his wall. What he had was bills to pay and parents who couldn't help much. So, the first real job he landed was working nights as a janitor. Cleaning offices, emptying trash cans, scrubbing floors till they shined. Most people barely noticed him. He was the guy in the background, pushing a mop while everyone else walked past in their suits. But here's the thing about James, he paid attention. While others saw him as invisible, he was quietly learning. Every time he walked into a conference room, he saw charts still left on the board. Papers lying on desks, conversations echoing through the halls about sales, business problems, deals going wrong. He soaked it all in. At night, after clocking out, he'd head home tired, but he'd still grab a book from the library, business, leadership, finance, whatever he could get his hands on. One night, a manager caught him on break reading a business magazine. The guy laughed at first, like, why's a janitor reading that? But James didn't flinch. He explained an idea he had been thinking about. To his surprise, the manager actually listened. That was the first time someone in the office looked at him as more than just the cleaning guy. Months later, a small position opened up at the company, nothing fancy, just desk work. James applied. Most people thought it was a long shot, but he got it. That was his foot in the door. From there, he just kept climbing. He came early, stayed late, asked questions, took notes. He made mistakes, plenty of them, but he learned from each one. While others did the bare minimum, James pushed harder. Step by step, he went from assistant, to supervisor, to manager. And here's the part that made him different, he never forgot where he came from. When he became a manager, he treated the janitors and staff with the same respect as the executives. Because he remembered what it felt like to be ignored. That humility made people want to follow him. Years later, James walked into the same building he used to clean. But this time, he wasn't carrying a mop. He was walking into the CEO's office, with his name on the door. And when people asked him how he did it, his answer was simple. I started at the bottom. I didn't have money, I didn't have connections, but I never stopped learning, and I never gave up on myself.